This content is based on telepathic communication between the 9th density collective of Ra and the conduit Joe. Welcome to the Book of Ekesh. In this chapter, we will unlock the secrets of the second key, bringing us one step closer to ultimate freedom. Each key helps us break free from the limitations of the third density. For countless incarnations, you have journeyed through the physical densities, inhabiting many avatar bodies, animals, humans, and other beings scattered across the universe. Each lifetime has offered a unique spectrum of emotions and contrasting experiences, shaping your understanding of polar opposites. Through these experiences, you have discovered what you love and what you dislike. Yet, far too often, your focus has lingered on what you resist, feeding it with your attention. The harder you have tried to escape, the more tightly it has bound you. This is the nature of your shadow. It cannot be outrun. It must be met, for it is an inseparable part of you. By now, you understand that you are a powerful creator. Through focus and intent, you shape your experience even when the manifestation process takes longer than you had hoped. You also know this: nothing exists without consciousness, and you are an inseparable part of it. For the materium to exist, there must be an observer. This insight stands in stark contrast to what you were taught in school. They told you the universe began with a bang, a big one, they say. They claim the human species is the result of a series of fortunate genetic coincidences. But now you understand this is not entirely true. Humanity was seeded on this planet by higher density beings. As for the universe, its framework was designed by us, the collective of Ra. Eon is not the product of a random explosive event, but a creation of light beings, the architects residing in the 9th realm. There have been many bangs, but there was no so-called Big Bang. Instead, your reality is recreated moment by moment within the consciousness of the observers themselves. Still, if you are convinced it all began with a fire, you will find plenty of evidence to support it. If smashing particles in a hadron collider brings you joy, the universe will provide a steady stream of particles to sustain your pursuit. The universe gives you what you wish to find. You will eventually uncover it. If your quest is to discover the smallest particle, know that it will be an eternal job. As your methods of detection improve, more particles will reveal themselves, mere traces like ghosts showing themselves to a ghost hunter. We advise you to adopt the approach followed by higher density beings. The answers you seek will not be found in the smallest particles, but in understanding consciousness itself. Oneness is not merely a philosophical idea, it can be a scientific framework, and it is the only path to enlightenment. The pursuit of the smallest particle is the path of separation. You focus on the illusion instead of what's real. We encourage a new approach centered on understanding unity, how you are an integral part of the greater whole. Particles belong to the materium, but all matter is an illusory construct, a product of the simulation. None of the particles you discover truly exist. They reveal themselves only because your wish is the universe's command. Ascension is the process of leaving the most extreme form of separation behind. As you become part of the semi-physical realm, you understand that creation flows from your mind. Embodying a higher frequency allows more light to flow through you. These light codes carry information that helps you understand matter for what it truly is. You no longer concern yourself with how it came into being. You accept that your body and the environment around you are part of a simulated reality. Consciousness is all that exists. It is all that ever has existed and all that ever will. Your current reality exists thanks to you. Through you, source energy experiences itself in a profound way. By your mother soul connecting a soul fragment to your current human bodysuit, the universe perceives life on Earth through your senses and from a human perspective. By now you know that consciousness came first. The simulation or the universe we call Eon has one purpose: to offer you experiences of something that does not truly exist. It exists only because you bring it into your awareness, both the good and the bad. What you see, hear, and feel is the result of a collective agreement. When you leave your body behind, the world you take as real returns to mere cosmic code, numbers in the Akashic Library, where consciousness can study itself for perpetuity. It is not your task to convince others of this truth. They too are playing the game and will remember when they are ready. This will happen at the latest when they leave physicality behind and enter the semi-physical realms. Discovering the nature of this simulation is part of everyone's journey and the final test. You are free to continue playing with Polarity for as long as you wish. 26,000 more years or even 52,000 if you choose. But eventually all players reach the same point. They tire of the game. They grow weary of the same and begin to glimpse the truth that has always been there, patiently waiting for their awakening. They are God. They always were. You always will be. This truth cannot be given to you. It must be found within yourself. Some might question the purpose of us sharing these words at all, but we are only reminding you of what you already know. Until you are ready to see, these words will be dismissed. That too is part of the game. Yet, when these words resonate within you, something shifts. You feel full after a long meal, ready to rest. As you close your eyes and drift into the dream, you step into the fourth density. This is a portal to the fifth. Here, in the fifth density, creation is immediate. What you think, you manifest. A beautiful dream or a nightmare, reality is yours to create. On Earth, you have lived under the impression that resources are scarce, which leads to a constant fight for power and control. The preferred action on your ascension journey is always sharing, but this does not work if competition remains more pleasurable. Competition breeds division and plays into the strategy of divide and conquer. Many leaders refuse to accept defeat. Instead, they justify any means necessary to achieve their desired outcomes. You see this everywhere on Earth. This is the downfall of civilizations, the fuel that powers the wheel of karma, drawing you back time and again. We do not perceive this behavioral pattern as a problem. It is not. The simulation allows for it and is designed to cater to it. However, we wish to help you reach the next realm, the fifth density, if that is your desire. There is nothing more unsatisfying than having a dream and being unable to fulfill it. As long as your dream remains material, acquiring this or winning that, the third density is the right place for you. But when your dreams evolve toward a higher nature, when you long for greater unity among your own species and a deeper connection with others, then you are ready for ascension. Becoming a galactic citizen is a dream many of you hold, and this goal is inherently spiritual. Why? Because you seek something that you know is possible, even though your societies claim there is no proof of extraterrestrial life. This means you know more than you've been told, and you refuse to lower your frequency simply because those around you haven't yet accepted what you know to be true. This is where the 9 keys to zero come in. They help you reach the seemingly unreachable. The chess game of the third density will always be there, but everything has its moment, and for many of you it is time to level up. No more right-wing or left-wing, pro this and anti that. The belief that wars must exist for peace, that there must be poor people for there to be rich ones, or that disease must exist so you can appreciate health, these are illusions. The truth is, you can collectively choose peace. You can all be rich, and no one needs to be sick. In the third density, this may seem out of reach, but as you enter the portal of the fourth density, you will know that your dream is possible. We assure you, heaven on earth is not a utopia. It is your future. So we ask you now, where do you stand? Are you ready to leave the extremes of polarity behind? Have you played long enough? If your answer is yes, you have opened an important door, the second door to your innermost room. You need 7 more keys to reach 0. Always remember, we are all one consciousness. When one rises, we all rise.